Right. Hello, everybody. Um, let's start our lecture on similar triangles and its application as well. Okay. Right. For similar triangle, if you have this kind of table and you like to fill it out, looking for the scale factor on how images are being enlarged and reduced, then there is a formula that we always use. Scale factor is equal to image length over object length. If we're going to number the unknowns, we have one here, number two, scale factor. Number three is the image length that is unknown, scale factor is given. Number four, the object length is unknown, scale factor is given. Here, number five, image length is unknown, scale factor is given, and number six, the object length is unknown, is scale factor given. So we have to write a formula based on the scale factor formula that we have used on image length. So scale, the image length formula will be the multiplication of the object length times the scale factor if the scale factor is given. Now, if you're interested to get the object length, this is using algebra, right? We're interested to know the object length. So that would be, we just switch places, image length over scale factor. Okay, so let's try to work out the unknowns for 1 to 6 in this table. Let's complete the table. So these will be the workings. Okay, for number one scale factor, we have to use the first formula. Scale factor is equal to image length, that would be 6. 6 meters divided by 8 meters. And this gives us 6 divided by 8. Let's do it in our calculator. Right. Let's bring out our calculator here. So that is 6 divided by 8, 3 quarters, or that is 0.75. You can do it by, okay, you can do it mentally, but I just want to be very sure. So number one's answer is 0.75. Number two is the same formula, scale factor. Scale factor is equal to image length is given, 15 centimeters object length. Look, by the way, scale factor doesn't have units because the meter cancels out. Scale factor centimeters and centimeters cancels out too. So what will be the what would be the answer here? 25 divided by 15, that is 5 over 3, or 1.667. 1.667, or we'll round up to the first decimal place, that is 1.7, or two decimal places, 1.67. As you can see here, they're all in one decimal place, so let's just be consistent with the word decimal number. Right. Number three is a bit different this time because image length is the one unknown, and we have already formula for that, and we derive it from the given or the working definition of scale factor. So the image length for number three will be object length times scale factor. So the object length is 12 and the scale factor is 1.6. You can use asterisk or you can use 12 times 6, 1.6, or you can use 12 times, no, 12 times, you can use the x. Yeah. Um, so let's remove that one. You can present it as 12 times 1.6. That is also okay. Or you will remove the bracket is also okay. They all mean the same thing. And what's the answer here? 12 times 1.6. That is 19.2. Okay. Right. Let's go back there. That is 19.2. There you go. Right. Number four. Number four is about object length. So object length is image divided by scale factor. Number four, object length. That is image. What is the image? 12 inches over scale factor 1.6. So what will be the object length here? The answer for number four, 12 divided by 1.6. So using the calculator, 12 divided by 1.6 will give us 7.5. Okay, so let's write that down, 7.5. For number 5, you will be using uh, the number 3 workings, and number 6 you'll be using the number 4 workings. Right, so let's do it. Number 5 and number 6. So for number five is uh number five is image length. That would be object length, object length times scale factor. Because what was the formula again? The scale factor is equal to image length over object length. Okay, so you just multiply these two. Object length is 24 millimeters times scale factor of 0.8. So the answer will be 24 times 0.8 will give us 19.2. Okay. And for number six, let's do number six. Number six is object length is the unknown. Scale factor is equal to image length over the object length. You just have to swap this because object length is the unknown. So object length out out the fraction, image length over scale factor. So object length will be equal to image length is 24 over scale factor of 0.8. Calculator, 24 divided by 0.8, and that gives us 30. This is the answer for number 6. Okay, if you have any comment, you just write in the description or in the comment box for every for whatever vague part you want me to explain again. All right, so let's go to the next one. For this part of the worksheet, determine the scale factor of the following. There are no given. So you need to use your ruler. We have to pull out our ruler here and we will try to measure the original length and the image, the object and the image. As per my scale, then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use any scale. Okay, this is what is nice with scale factor. You can use a scale which is 1 is to 10. I can use a scale 1 is to negative 10, right? Whatever straight edge you're using, whatever ruler is you're using, whether it's in inches or in centimeters or in millimeters, it will still come out to be the same answer. Okay, so for my ruler, it's saying that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 24. The height is 24. Okay, the object length is 24 units. I don't know what unit is that, so I'll just put 24 units. I'll pull out my ruler again and try to measure the image this time. And it's saying I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I have 14 units altogether. Now the formula of scale factor is equal to image length over object length. The image will be 14 over 24. Okay, so 14 over 24 is equal to 7 over 12. Okay, in decimal, that will be 0.58 approximately, or zero point 0.6 for the first decimal. Okay, now let's do the next one. Don't forget about the formula of scale factor, image over object. Okay, length, image length, object length. Let's go to the next one. Right, we're going to use the ruler again, and I'm going to measure from the tip until here. All right, if your reference is from here until there, then it's okay for as long as you are consistent that you're going to use the same reference for the second figure. But for me, I'm just going to measure from here until here. Those are my points. So in the next figure or in the image, it will be those points as well. Now, the first pair is actually from from the image to the object is enlargement. Yeah, image to object. Same with image here is big and the object is small. So this is enlargement, and what's the other one? Reduction. Okay, so this is a reduced image. This is enlarged image. But we will be using the same image over object formula. Right, let's pull out our ruler and measure our object. So it seems that I have 1.1, or that will be 5, 10. I have 11 units. 11 units here. I'll write it down. And for the big one, you just have to be consistent. 5, 10, 15, 16, approximately 5, 10, 15, 16. So that is 16 units. Image is 16, object is 11, so that would be 16 divided by 11 equals 16 divided by 11, 1.45, or that is 1.5. This is 1.45, or approximately 1.5. So these are the scale factor of the first one and the second one. Okay, let's save that and move to the next questions, set of questions. Okay, right. Now for this one, I'm going to make it bigger. Complete each statement. If a plus b over b is equal to 7 over 5, then a over b is equal to what? What we need to do is to separate the fraction. In similar fractions, you have two fractions combined with the same denominator. So I'm going to separate them, a over b plus b over b. If you're going to combine this, you will have a plus b and just copy the denominator. You're not going to add the denominator in a similar fraction. So this is equal to 7 over 5. We are interested of the a over b. Now b over b, but b over b is equal to 1. So any number or any letter that is divided by itself is equal to 1. Or, for example, ABC over ABC, that is also equal to 1 because you are dividing a number, a variable by itself. Having this, I'm going to extend it down here. So now I can establish a over b plus 1 is equal to 7 over 5. Move the plus 1 to the other side, that becomes a negative 1. So this is like 7 over 5 minus 1. Okay? Minus 1. Now, because our denominator is 5, then you can put 5 over 5 here. But we can just do it through calculator, okay? But doing it manually, you can put 5 over 5. If the denominator is 6, 6 over 6. If the denominator is 3, 3 over 3. And it will be so easy to do a subtraction. 7 minus 5 is 2 over 5. That is what a over b is. A over b plus 1, you move it there. 7 over 5 minus 1 is minus 5 over 5 because the denominator is 5. And a over b will be 2 over 5. That is the answer. Now, if we're going to use our calculator, it will be a fraction that is 7 over 5, right? And then minus 1. It must give us the same 2 over 5. Okay? If the denominator is 3, as I've said, that will be negative 3 over 3. It depends on what the denominator of the fraction is. Let's move to the next one. This time it's letter B. Again, we're interested what A over B is. It will be the same approach. So let's separate the fraction. That would be, it's a subtraction process. A over b is still there, but this time it's a negative b over b. So it will go back to, if you're going to combine these two fractions, a minus b on top, and you just copy the denominator, is equal to 2/3. However, the b over b here is actually equal to 1. So what we will do is we will just move the 1 to the other side. 2 over 3 minus 1. This is the one I was saying. When the denominator is 3, then a over b will be equal to 2/3 minus 3 over 3. When it's 4, 4 over 4, because you are defining what 1 is in this fraction. So you will have a negative 1/3. How did that come out? 2 minus 3, you have a negative 1 difference, and then you just copy the denominator. So a over b is a negative 1/3. That's the answer. Let's put that in the calculator. 2/3, you have 2/3, 2/3 minus minus 1 equals, it's a negative 1/3 fraction. Okay, right. We'll move on to letter C this time. So letter C says A over B is equal to 1/3. Then what is A plus B over B? Wow, this is a bit challenging. So again, we have to make a fraction like this. We only have A over B. So let's separate them. A over B plus B over B is equal to something, right? But we know that A over B is 1/3. We substitute it here. A over B is 1/3 equal to 1. Sorry, plus 1. All right. If we're going to add A over B or A over B plus B over B, this is equal to A plus B over B. That is what we're trying to find out. So this will be equated to A plus B over B. What is 1/3? 1/3 is 3 over 3. Why? Because the denominator is 3. 1/3 plus 3 over 3 is equal to 4 over 3. And what is this 4 over 3? It's equal to A plus B over B. We started, I know that you're confused a bit. A plus B, A plus B is A plus B. The denominator is B, so we have that one. I just separated A plus B over B at first, this one here, to come up with an equation which is A plus B over B. So we substituted A over B, 1/3, that's given, plus B over B, 1. You just combine the two fractions because 1 is also a fraction, is a whole number with a denominator of 1. Then we get 4/3. The answer here, therefore, is 4/3. Okay, A plus B over B is 4 over 3. All right. Okay. Do we still have another? Oh, we have letter D this time. Okay, for letter D, we'll be using the same approach. We have to separate this one. So that is A over B minus B over B is equal to A minus B over B. But what is A over B? It is 6 over 5. Okay, so I write here 6 over 5. We got it from here. Okay, minus 1 because the denominator is 5, then that will be 5 over 5 minus 1. Okay, and 1 is 5 over 5 equal to A minus B over B. Whatever the answer here, that will be the answer we're going to write here. So 6 minus 5 is 1 over 5. That is the answer. Okay, very good. Please comment if you want clarification. Okay, now we move on to the next slide. For the next slide, it's all about finding the value of x from ratios. Now, there is what you call a shoot method. What is this method? You shoot it there and you shoot it here. Cross multiplication is the other term for that. So you have 7 times x, the blue one, the blue arrow. 7 times x is 7x plus 7 times 2 is 14 equal to 3 times 3, that is the red arrow, is equal to 9. Okay? So that is blue, the product of blue and equals to the product of red. Okay, blue equals red. They are all products. Okay, now in algebra, you have known that if there's an x here, move all numbers to the other side. 7x is equal to 9 minus 14. And 9 minus 14 is positive or negative 5. Yeah? So x will now be equal to negative 5 over 7 because you have to divide everything by 7. Okay? Where are we now? It moved to the next slide. Oh, here we are. Are we okay with that? Right. I'll explain again. 7x is equal to negative 5. To get rid of the 7, you have to divide everything by 7 so that x will just be the variable left at the other side of the equation. So you'll have negative 5 over 7. Okay? Now, you can leave x as negative 5 over 7, or if you want to calculate the fraction, that will be 5 and it's a negative value. And you're going, oh dear, hang on. So negative 5 divided by 7 equals. So that is the fraction. And then SD, first decimal place, negative 0.7. Now, you can see in your calculator that this negative appears at the middle. If you're going to divide a negative number with a positive number, the answer is still negative. So your negative can be positioned before x or before the numerator. That's correct. Your x can also be, sorry, the negative can also be positioned at the middle. A negative positive 5 over x over 7, I should say. It will still give you a negative answer. Or when the negative is in the denominator, 5 divided by negative 7, it will still give you a negative answer. Why? Because when one is negative, then the answer will be negative. So if you put the negative at the middle, it doesn't matter. At the bottom, it doesn't matter. On top, it doesn't matter. So the answer for that is negative 0.7. Right. Let's do letter B of number 4. And this is the equation. Okay. Let's make it clearer. Oh, sorry for that. Okay. Oh, here. So we're going to use the shoot method again. Okay. It's always from the bottom right to left. So that will be 8 times x is 8x. 8 times negative 6 is negative 16. Equal to, that's how to do it. 4 times x is 4x plus 4 times 3 is 12. That's it. And then you combine all x's together and numbers together. I will move the 4x here because 8x is greater. It's easier to do a simplification. So 8x is on the side, the left side, 4x is moved to the other side, so that becomes a negative 4x equal to the 12 still there at the right, and we are going to move negative 16 to the right, making it a positive 16 this time. So 8x minus 4x is 4x positive equal to 12 plus 16 is 28. Then divide both by 4, then you'll have x is equal to 7. That's the answer. Okay, the answer for letter B. X is equal to 7 and letter A is x equal to negative 5 over 7 or the decimal equivalent of 1 of negative 0.7. Okay, very good. Right. Now we move on to solving the missing side of a given triangle. Right. This is similar triangles. That will be the hang on. Let me just copy this one because I need later a an extra. So I'm going to insert a new slide here and paste that one because I'm going to solve two, right? Okay. That should be duplicated. Duplicate the slide. That's it. All right, let's move to the first one here. We're going to find for x and y as it says. Okay. Now, there are two triangles here. One is the small one on top, and there's a big one that inscribed the small one. Oh, see? It's already under the orange. So what I'm going to do, I'll just have to there you go. A triangle is inscribed a big one. So that will be the basis over a similar triangle equation. This side is to the whole side of the triangle. So we can make a ratio 3 over 8 or 3 plus 5. Okay. Equal to this side, which is x, over the whole side of the other triangle, x plus 8. This is like the small side is to the bigger side on the same orientation of the other one. The the bottom one is the same to the bottom of the bigger triangle on the same orientation. If I say the same orientation, the same direction, the same direction, the same location, okay. And then what more? Of course, there are three sides of a triangle. So you have the left, you have the right, and the bottom one. The bottom one is 9 and y. So 9 over y. Now, the 3 over 3 plus 5 is actually 8. Okay? This is 3 over 3 plus 5 is actually 3 over 8. So you can combine two equations at a time. So let's start the first one. I will use red here. 3 over 8 is equal to x over x plus 8. So we can solve for x. The other one is, the other one is when you're going to combine the 3 over 8 with that of 9 over y. Why? Because they're all equal. Can you see this? Equal, equal. All right. So we are using them to find for the unknowns. The other one will be 3 over 8 equal to 9 over y. And then you do cross multiplication. Let's do the first one. There you go. Shoot method. Okay. So we have this x. 3 times x is 3x plus 3 times 8 is 24 equal to bang. 8 times x is 8x. Put all the uh I'm going to move 3x to the other side so that I will not have a negative number. I'll join it to the bigger x. So that will be 24 equal to 8x minus 3x. Okay. So 8 minus 3x is 5x. 24 here, divide by 5, divided by 5. So now I can solve for x. X is known. Calculator, 24 divided by 5. It'll give me 24 over 5, or that is 4.8. That's the answer for x here. Right. And for y, again, it will be a cross multiplication. 3 times y, that will be 3y. Okay, that is 3y equal to 8 times 9 is 72. So y divide by 3, divide by 3, that will be 73 divide, oh, it's not 73, 72. Let's do the long method, divide by 3. How many 3's into 7? 2. That is 6, and then take away 12. How many 3's in 12? 4. So that is 24. Okay, but you can use a calculator. Why not? 72 divided by 3 equals 24. Okay, so y here is 24. There you go. And we are done with letter A. Okay, there. Now, letter B. For the whole workings, I can I can share to you the workings. Just message me down below, okay? The whole workings in PDF file. Okay, for this one, it could be a bit tricky, but if you know how to do the similar lengths, then it is easy. In a triangle, there are always three sides. Okay, so this is the square corner. That's the square corner. If this is the bottom of the square or the right angle triangle, the of the first one, and the second will be x, then you can say 2 is 2x. Why? Because it's not 2 over 2 plus x. Why? Because this is the first triangle is not inscribed. It's not inside the big one, right? We are looking at it as two separate triangle. Why am I doing that? If you're going to use the big triangle as the one that circumscribe the small one, we have missing sides here. We better use what is given. Okay? Right. So, uh, 2 over x or 2 is to x equal 2. Here, on this side of the two triangles, they are the same. So 3 is to 3. And the next side will be the hypotenuse, right? But we do not know the hypotenuse. So that will be equal to, let's say, this is our y and this is our z. So we say the small one is z over y. Are we interested of the z and y? No, we are just interested of x. So we will just concentrate on this relationship. So we do 2 times 3, that will be 6. X times 3 is 3x. Divide both by 3. Then you have x is equal to 6 divided by 3, or x is equal to 2. See? It's easy, isn't it? Right. Now we move to more challenging questions. But again, these are similar triangles or a um, similar shapes. Let's just duplicate this one. Okay. I will make it bigger. All right. So here we're going to do A, B, C, D. Okay. We're going to find them out, what the values are. Let me just put it up here. Oh, that's the only image here. There are no other. Okay. Right. A, B, C, D will be our unknown. So let's do similar triangles. Let's make this one as our image, and this is our object. Okay, so let's start from this side. So that will be 10. Let's make an equation over D. Okay, equal to, on top we have C over 12. We cannot combine these two yet because 10 over D is equal to C over 12. We cannot find any value here yet. We have two unknowns. Here we go. Whoops. What happened? Okay. The 6 and the 18 will give us something to equate and can solve C and D, isn't it? So let's do C and D first. C over 12 is equal to 6 over 18. Cross multiplication, 18C or C18 is equal to 6 times 12. Divide by 18, divide by 18. Then you can solve for C. Calculator. I'll just use the calculator from my phone, and then I'll give you the answer. Okay, where is it now? Where's my calculator? Calculator is not here. I'll use the other phone. Calculator, where are you? I'm here, okay? Are you looking for me? I don't know where it is. Oh gosh, the calculator is not showing. Mm, why? So we better go here. Okay, it's 6 divided by 12, right? 6 divided by 18, I should say. Hey, what's our calculation? Oh, 6 times 12 divided by 18. Sorry. So 6 times 12 divided by 18. You can do that, okay? Well, if you're confused with that, then we'll better use the fraction. 6 times 12. And you go down, that would be 18 equals 4. All right. And you can use the same 6 over 18 equated to 10 over D. Let's do it here. 10 over D. Hang on. Where will I put it? Oh, here. 10 over D is equal to 6 over 18. So 10 times 10 times 18, that is 180, equal to 6D. And then you will divide both by 6. And you can get the value of D equal to 180 over 6 is 30. Okay? So let's write them here now. C is 4. We'll make it C is 4 and D is 30. Right? Now we need A, B, and C. So let's continue with our um, similar triangles. Equal to. So we're done with this, we're done with that, we're done with that. Equating. So now we move on to this side and this side. So image first, so that will be 9 over B equal to image first, A over 8. We cannot use this 2 here, so we still have to use 6 over 18 to solve for B and 6 over 18 to solve for A later. Okay, let's do it. For the B, 6 over 18 is equal to 9 over B. There. Cross multiplication, 6B is equal to 18 times 9. Divide by 6, divide by 6. So B will be calculator. 18 times 9 equals, hey, equals divided by 6, that is 27. All right, B is 27. For letter A, we will be equating 6 over 18 with the A over 8 equation. Okay, but my A is like 9. So I'm going to use there. All right. 6 times 8 is 48. I'll use the white. Okay. 6 times 8 is 48. Oh, you cannot see that. 48 equals 18 times A is 18A. Divide both by 18. So you have A equals calculator 48 divided by 18 equals 8 over 3, or that is 2.67, or approximately A is equal to 2.7. Right. We're going to write it here, 2.7. So these are all the answers. Okay? Right. I guess we had done. Oh, we still have one here. An application. Okay? I'm going to share another screen. So this is the PDF that I was saying. Okay. I'm going to explain the question, the application number one. If it costs $200 to stain a deck measuring 4 meters by 5 meters, what is that? They're going to put, say, a chemical to stain it. Okay. For example, you have a 4 by 5 deck. That's too long, right? And they're going to stain it for durability. They're going to stain it. Why? Like the wood to become darker. They're going to treat it so that no insects will get in. Okay, so that it will be durable. So if it takes, say, $200 to stain this deck, measuring 4 by 5. Of course, this is not a 4 by 5 wood, yeah, or what, a plain wood. No, it could be panels. So there will be panels of wood here, like the flooring. Yeah. What would it cost to stain a 5 meter by 7 meters? So it's a ratio and proportion thingy. So if this is costing $200, how about a 5 by 7? How much will it be? Okay. So the cost is unknown. This is 5 by 7 meters. How much will it cost? Right. We are talking about area here. 5 times 4, that is 20. 20 square meters is 200. And 35 square meters is how much? Right. So, oh, this is not the one. Hang on. Sorry. Where's the first one? Oh, this is not the one. Okay, I'm going to do my own thingy. So, we have 5 times 4 is 20 meters square is to $200, as 7 times 5, that would be 35 meters square, is to how much? That we do not know. Okay, so we just have to do a cross multiplication. X times 20 is 20x equal to 200 times 35. Okay, and you will get divided by 20, divided by 20. So that is $350. Okay, that's the answer. How much would it cost to stain 5 by 7? It's $350. Let's put it in the calculator. 200 times 35 equals divided by 20. Then that's $350. Okay, you call this one the ratio and proportion. So it's 5 times 4 is 20. You pay 200. What is 7 times 5? That's 35. You pay how much? Okay, then you cross multiply. All right, now we move to the last question. I'm just going to duplicate this one. Where am I now? Okay. So the next question is a painting, a painting measuring 120 centimeters wide, 120 centimeters wide by 80 centimeters tall. I'll make it wider because it doesn't make sense when that is too short. Okay, this is 120 meters wide, the width, and 80 centimeters tall. Is mounted on a picture frame. Okay, so there's a painting. Okay, this is the painting. It's mounted on a picture frame. Okay, so picture frame. This is the frame. All right. There is a margin of 6 centimeters wide at the top. So we have a 6 centimeters margin here. There is a margin of 6 centimeters wide at the top and each side of the painting. So I'll make this one red. This side here and that side there, they are also 6 centimeters and 6 centimeters. Okay. If the painting is similar to the frame, what must be the width of the margin at the bottom? Okay. So, uh, what? Oh, this one here. X. We don't know that, but we know on top it's 6 centimeters. Okay? And from the frame, six on each side. All right. So that's how we're going to picture it. Okay, here's the solution. We're going to add 120 on each side, plus 6, I should say. We have to add 6 on both sides. Yeah? Where's my drawing? Here. 120. This is 120 long plus 6 and plus 6. That is for the frame. That's how wide it is. And on the height, it will be 80 because this is 80 length. 80 plus 6 plus x. Okay? 80, that's 80 plus 6 plus we do not know the height at the bottom. Okay. That's why it's like that. Okay. 86 plus x, and here is 132. 120 plus 6 plus 6, and 80 plus x. Then you're going to make a ratio and proportion. 132, this is 120. You have a 6 here and a 6 here. And you have 80 here for the length. Okay. But because it's on a frame, so the length of the frame will be 6 here, 80 here, and X here. All right. So 120 plus 6 plus 6 will give you 132 for the width, and the height will be 80 plus 6 plus X. So 86 plus X, right? And that would be 3 over 2. Why 3 over 2? You can use the 120 over 80 ratio. Okay, 120 is to 80 ratio. And 120, 120 is for the small one, 120 over 80. Okay, length over width. And then the big one is 132 over 86 plus X. So 120 over 80 is 3 halves. That is the simplification, 120 over 80. There, okay? And then having this equation, you can now cross multiply. 2 times 32 is equal to 3 times 86 plus 3 times x. So you have 264 for 136 times 2. You distribute 3 times 86 is 258. 3 times x is 3x. Move the 258 to the other side. 264 minus 258 is equal to 3x. Divide everything by 3. Then you will have x is equal to 2. 264 minus 258 is 6 equals 3x. Divide both by 3. You'll get x is equal to 2. Okay? Right. So that is the width of the margin at the bottom of the painting here. Okay? And let's go back here. The x here will be equal to 2 centimeters. All right. So this is all, and I hope you enjoyed it and you understood it. And I'm just here um, here doing my lecture. Okay. So that's it. I hope you have understood everything. And yeah, you just have to email me. Oh, it's not email. You just have to message me at the message box here. Thank you to AI Unveiled, yeah, for saying hi to me, and to those who have who went through these workings. Then yeah. So thank you so much. Have a great day to everybody. See you then. Bye.